What is up, my fairy adventurers, and everyone that's been with me for a while, and everyone that's new? My name is Aya Belinay, and I am a feminine mystic. And I should put my mic up closer to me because I have a soft voice, and I know you guys probably can't hear me with that mic down there like that. But maybe you could. I don't know. Only time will tell. I guess I can wait a little while, but I don't like to wait. I like to get started talking. I like to start off with updates about my life because usually my life is the is full of lessons and symbols that I'm supposed to share with, put out or whatever, to be seen and heard by others. So I just want to tune in. I tune in by turning on my candles, burning my incense, diffusing the light, saying a little prayer, writing a little bit. And I want to be sure and confident in the messages that I'm bringing. I'm seeing this dream that I had last night of, what was it? I can feel it. It was like I had I had everything set up to sell. It was a garage sale, but it was like a upgraded like garage sale where I had like agents that were there to assist me in selling my items, and my little brothers and sisters were around me. And I went to sleep. I left everything outside, and when I woke up. It's like everything was gone in the morning or something, or only just a little bit was left. You know, why are they having me bring that dream up right now? Oh, speaking of protecting your energy. A lot of us right now have a lot of good things coming to us, happening for us. We've done a lot of work to get to where we're at, and we're looking to upgrade. We're looking for more. We're looking for even more signs and symbols of abundance. And a lot of times, who you have around you and who you are and what you have to offer, you know, and how you want to be treated may not mix. So there is a call to protect your energy, protect what you are building, protect what you are, what's sacred to you. Don't let other people into your energy, even if it's people that you think you can trust your gut. Like, whether or not someone or a group of people or a situation isn't fully evolved for you. There's just, it's not personal. Like, people's immaturities aren't personal. Yet you're called to protect your energy. So I learned this protective energy, this ritual, so to speak. It's not really a full ritual, but it is. It's a small ritual to protect your energy. Okay, I'm going to teach it to you. I learned it from this woman who channels Archangel Gabriel. To me, when I look at her energy, she's always channeling. She's like the avatar of Archangel Gabriel. Okay, and so I'm going to teach you. the ritual right quick. Okay, it says, so this is about claiming your sacred space. We're talking about claiming, taking ownership of your sacred space, protecting your energy, so that all your hard work that you've done and that you're doing does not go to waste for you at this time, and that you can keep focusing and moving forward, and kind of fly, glide through. Okay, so this is something you can do in the morning and before you go to bed, whenever you want, really, because it's really simple. So you're going to cross your heart, because this is your part of your energy center, your heart space, where you are. This is part of your sacred space where your light lives. This is where your inner light lives. So you claiming your sacred space here. The divine is living within me. This is my sacred space. The divine is living within me. And you open up that space like a bow and arrow. The divine is living within me. And then you open your hands up. This is my sacred space where the light lives. So you're calling down, bringing in that light into your center. And then you cross your heart again. No one can enter into my sacred space. Open it up again without my allowance. You close it. And so you charge that, you say that with feeling, with meaning. You mean it when you say it. Kind of like when someone's have broken your boundaries and you're like, no more. Okay? You choose what you allow into your space. People have to ask you for your permission. And it's time for you to stop being apologetic. It's time for you to be unapologetic about it. Okay? For instance, now I'm living on a homestead, and it all happened really quickly, because of the momentum that I have built up in my life right now, because I just didn't want to keep working. I wanted to live a life where I'm doing nothing and receiving everything. And I just wanted to stay true to that as much as possible. And now, I put in like 4 hours a day on the homestead, and I actually enjoy contributing, and I enjoy working in the greenhouses and helping rebuild. And they're allowing me to be a part of, they're opening up their space to me and letting me be a part of anything I want to be a part of and learn anything I want to learn. And I'm grateful for that. And I moved into like a RV camper space, which I'm very grateful for. I have even more privacy, which is really what I wanted and what I need right now to keep my energy high, and focus on myself. And as I channel this evening and do a reading, we're going to get into more of what the goddesses would like to want us to hear right now. I didn't really I didn't try to peer into what they want to say, but they always have a lot to say. I'm feeling Isis, I'm feeling Inanna, I'm feeling Hathor. Because when I start talking about them, I start getting impressions of all of their energies and stuff. And it's so very loving and powerful. It's like a sisterhood, a circle of sisterhood surrounding me. They start filling my heart with so much joy. I feel like dancing. I feel enlivened. I can feel life. I can feel the joy. So let's get into that space right now. So we want to move energies. Dear hearts, your heart should be joyful. Oftentimes it's not. You're working really hard to not be depressed, to not spiral, to not feel bad. It seems like every time you have success, there's something that pulls you back down into old feelings. You're not your old self. You're never going to go back to the way you used to be. There is no need to worry. This is INANNA. Oh, I am here to ground you, to help you ground. You can choose to ground. I am here to help you ground. And how you ground, my dear beloved children, my dear hearts, the lovers of the earth. You guys need to see yourselves in a different way. You're not just here to protect yourself from harm all day and to make sure that everything goes right or as planned. You're here to stomp around on the ground and take up space on this earth and dance and be wild and free. Stomp around, take up space with joy and show up, show off, and be all that is inside of you to be. There's too much of still holding, like a still water, not enough movement of energy. It's stagnation. That is what's causing these ripples of depression and sadness and misery that you feel like need to be healed all of the time. You don't need to heal. You need to move that energy. That could be a walk if that's all you got. Give it all you got. Be present. We've been teaching this channel on a daily basis and showing her the power of the present moment. There's no joy like being in the present moment. You will find no other power. You will find yourself feeling powerless if you step out of the present moment and you think about the past, or you try to heal for the future, or to create an image that you want yourself to be through maladaptive daydreaming. There's an issue here of how you're using your mind. You're not understanding how to use your inner science. You're not understanding how to integrate with the laws of the universe. Let me gently guide you on the gondola down the river of life. Wouldn't you just float and see and watch and look and wave and say hello and breathe in the air and take in the sky and enjoy down the river on a beautiful day? Imagine yourself. How would your body feel? Okay? Imagine. Use your imagination for that purpose. Imagining yourself floating and enjoying life. You don't do that enough, do you? You don't allow yourself to have that. And it's yours to have. You can use your mind and your imagination however you would want. How are you using it? How are you using the tones of your voice, the frequencies that come to you? Are you feeling like a failure anytime something doesn't happen when or how or like you thought? Or are you using it as an opportunity to paint with those colors? It's like, okay, this is a shade of brown. I wasn't looking for brown, I wanted blue. But how can I use this brown in the painting that I have going on right now? You use it and you move on. You don't get stuck on the fact that you don't like brown. And then you scribble brown. It's like, I'm just going to just mess up my whole painting now. It's all, my whole painting is messed up. That's not reality. You have to mature and get out of throwing a tantrum every time you don't get your way. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay balanced. Stay self-assured. Stay in the knowing that you're always going to be learning how to expand. And that wherever you are in this moment is enough. The moment is enough. God, the God is within you is enough. It's whenever you get out of bounds and into believing and thinking that you need something else other than your love for God to sustain you, to support you, to love you, to ordain you, to validate you, to lift you up, to meet your needs, is when you start feeling foggy, unloved, insecure, imbalanced. And that's no fun. And we see you and we love you. And we want to let you know that it's going to be okay. And you can always just choose to have the dawn of a new day in whatever moment you're in. You don't even have to wait for tomorrow to start over. You can start over right now. And you want to know why that is. It's because God's grace and mercy is eternal, everlasting, and it is right now. It's always. It's never going to leave you nor forsake you. You can't make any mistakes. And if you view yourself that way, then you are free. And it is that simple. And it's not until you let that in to the cells of your being will you have that experience in each breath that you take. And this is what we are churning and turning you around, turning the wheel of fortune, having you keep going back and forth and rocking you back and forth through the rivers and frequencies and streams of your life. We want you to remember and join us in joy and enjoyment and tasting and seeing that the God is good. And it can only be so because that's all that it is. And that's all that you are. And that's the only power that exists. Human distortions, the things that humans make up in their mind, can easily be cleared away by changing the dial on your frequency. Don't pay attention to it. Pay attention to something else. And then don't take it personal if someone doesn't like how you're using your mind. It's your mind. They're going to be okay. Stop worrying about everyone else. We will make sure they're okay. The same power that is within you is within them. The same choices that you have, they also have. Did you think we would leave the rest of the world hanging while you enjoy the fruits of the goodness of the Lord? No. You can let go of that job you've given yourself to make sure everyone is as happy as you. And you can also let go of the proposition for people to join you where you're at. They don't have to if they don't want to. They're not willing to do the work that you're doing right now. And they don't have to. And that's between them and their relationship with life or their relationship with God, their relationship with themselves. It's all the same. And also, you can love them in that just for them. Be like, oh, isn't that cute how they fill in the blanks. You have to just accept it. All of it. It is what it is, beloved. We love you. We want to encourage your heart and your soul with drums beating in your heart, with a dance, with song and music and celebration. You've made it this far. You're going to be okay. You can trust yourself. All is well with your soul. Inanna out. Okay. Thank you, Nana. Yeah, I wish I could. It's like I always see like vivid things with each goddess, and I hear music and I see the images that they're giving me. I wish I can give them to you somehow, but whatever. Let's get into the reading. I hope you guys are doing well. I know you are, regardless of how you may feel sometimes. You can't help but be doing well because you're a creation of the divine. And that's where we need to surrender every day. It's like, it's really up to me to tap into that energy of well-being every day. It doesn't really matter what things look like on the outside. It matters the attitude I take on about it. And then a lot of us have just energy issues with our inner authority, and acknowledging the fact that everything is up to us. When maybe in our childhood, we felt the contrary, like enslaved and trapped. And so there is a lot of times feelings and triggers that come along with seeing the reactions of the outside world to you being empowered within yourself. And you know what? The spirit realm doesn't pay attention to that. You want to know why? If they did, it would make it real and it would make it eternal. They only pay attention to what's eternal. And they channel through us, beings who want to be masters. The beings, the star seeds that want to master being a star seed and a human being at the same time, right? We're the ones that will channel compassion, right? and be able to relate to other human beings, because I know for me, when I was born, I felt like I couldn't relate to other people. Like I felt like, why are y'all doing this to yourselves? Like I felt like I made people feel like I was judging them. I was very much so. I was like, and I had to go through the hardships I went through to prepare me to learn how to transmute energy, alchemize it, so that I can have an understanding of actually how challenging it is for people to do so. Yet, it is doable. Even though it's challenging, it is doable. It does take focus. It does take, like, you have to want it more than you want to be a part of this world. You have to want it more than you want to live. Like, you have to be willing to risk your existence here in this plane in order to empower yourself sometimes. Yet, it's all very much so worth it to reach that inner autonomy, that inner sovereignty where you trust yourself, you trust in God, you know that you are God, you are the goddess, you are channeling love, everything around you is love. If God is for you, who can be against you? And you can call upon that energy in everything. Like now, when I when I know I'm about to have to talk to other people and stuff, I say that I only want to deal with the parts of them that know they are God. You can call upon God, the God consciousness, in everything that you do with authority. The more you build a relationship with it. All right. My crystals want to come out. My crystals want to come out. They haven't been out in a while. My Lemurian crystal really wanted to come out for real. That's the one that really wants to come out. I can kind of let them all come out though. I don't want to break anything. Getting crystal clear. So if you feel like you're in a holding pattern right now in your life and you feel like things aren't moving how as fast as you want them to go, or you've been putting in, and you feel like it's not working. That's the energy I'm picking up on. And it's so that you can get more clear. Getting clear. It's time to get clear. All right, let's see. This might be my last rodeo with this lighter. No. I should have got another one. Where's my incense that I was just using? I must have put it up. I must have put it in my backpack. 1 second. There was some angel trumpet, y'all, that was just blooming because it only blooms for like a night or two when I got here. And I looked up the meaning, and it was the meaning of angel trumpet is higher consciousness, right? And I harvested it, dried it out, dried it out, and now I'm like burning it or whatever. It smells like hydrangea roots to me. That's what it's giving. It's a very, I can feel this very deep, dark, feminine, witchy, but more than that though. When I burn it, I can just feel like this, like the essence of like being possessed by the goddess, like the dark feminine energy. I really love it. Really do. Now, I've been saying I'm going to start this reading. Lemurian crystal, what do you have to say? Take your time. Ooh, daily. Good things come to those who wait. This message about waiting. And it's not a long wait. It's just kind of like a kind of like a trip that needs to be taken on your way to another trip, on your real trip. It's like a pit stop. Yes, it's a pit stop. A pit stop. So that if you need to pivot your energy, if you need to pivot at all, if you need to get in alignment with whatever it is, with your joy and your happiness, right? This is a pit stop, a pit stop, not a complete like, and it's also a rest stop too. So like a time to relax and rest. Out of my space, any energies that are not for my highest and best good, get the out of my space. Now. Okay. This is my sacred space. All right. Okay, so in the middle here, we have the volcano energy, vitality, and then the crystals, which is focus and its reverse. Vitality and then focus. It's like you want to move because crystallization, right? It's like you feel fire in your belly, you're ready to go, or something within you is erupting. Vitality, your energy, you can feel like your life force energy. Effortless waterfall, reverse, and then volcano again. Vitality. Is this like rage? Or is this a need to learn how to channel your energy in the direction that you want it to go in? instead of it being like all willy-nilly. Sometimes after we've been held back for a while, or you've been going through a lot, it reminds me of this time where I had my sister was in jail, and I was taking care of my niece, and that was intense, like hermit mode for me, because I had my niece with me 24/7. Like wherever I went, she went. There was no dating. There was no other life except for her, you know? And when I finally gave her back to my sister, when my sister got out of jail, I was out the house. Like I just wanted, I enjoy, I just want to enjoy my freedom, enjoy being single. It was like I was a single mom for a while I had her. And this volcano energy, whew, hot to trot. It's like, and yet you're being asked to be mature. Is that what's going on? And how you channeling? Childhood in no sense. DNA. And then effortless. This is as clear as day. So you might think it's time for you to use your energy how you want to use it, right? You have an idea. You think you know what it is you're going to be doing in your next phase of your life. But this is saying that there's more to it that you still don't know. And you think that you're going to have to put in effort and hard work, but it's actually supposed to be effortless, right? This is going to be something that brings you back to that feeling of innocence, which means it's not going to make any sense. Children don't make any sense to us as adults. You're like, what? And as an adult, who we all want to look like we make sense to the outside world, but you're being called to like not make any sense, to do what's effortless. And how do you know what that is, unless you kind of like held back? You have all this passion and all this energy. You have all this love you want to give, this creativity that you want to offer. And you're like, oh, but I can't put my finger on it. I don't know which way to move. I don't know which way to go. I don't know but I do know, but I don't know. I do know, and you keep going. You move into a direction and it's not it. And it's not it. And then one day you finally go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go draw. I give up. I'm gonna go draw. I'm gonna do something that don't make no sense for me to do right now. I need money. I need this or that, or it's time for me to get married. I'm older. I should be out finding a man. Every time I go out and find a man or a woman or whatever, it's not working. I'm gonna go get some ice cream. DNA. There's an activation here in your DNA that has yet to be discovered. That's effortless. It's going to come from you just being innocent and pure in the moment. Oh my gosh, I can feel it. Now, I can relate to this. This has happened to me recently. If you guys haven't been paying attention to my channel and shit, I started making my own tracks, right? And then I'm like channeling like vocal baths over it, right? The easiest shit in the world for me to do. As soon as I posted that it's so pure, it's so much fun, it's so much love in it for me. As soon as I don't mean, when I say posted that shit, I'm not shitting on me or what I'm doing. I love it, but I'm just speaking how I talk. As soon as I posted that shit on TikTok, boom, I started seeing movement, like in connection, because I felt connected to something finally. It's been a while for me that I felt like that type of just pure, like innocent connection. Like, and I want to do it again, and I want to do it again, and I can do it all day long, really, right? And so that's what you're being called into. If you feel held back, if you feel like you're not able to move forward, it's because you're trying to put effort. You're trying to force movement, or you're not moving from inspiration. You might be moving from desperation, or just because you know you're supposed to be doing something. It's like, well, I need to do something. When you really should listen to your intuition. Like your next right step is going to be told to you by your intuition. Like I told that story before, like maybe a few weeks ago. I didn't feel like I had enough money for my intuition to be telling me to go to Starbucks and get a matcha latte and just sit and design clothing or whatever. And I'm like, that seems counterintuitive to what my ego would like for me to be doing right now, which is finding a way to make more money. But I'm in my, you know, do nothing to receive everything back. So I'm going to follow, I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to follow it. And the divine, your inner child, your intuition will never steer you wrong. As long as you don't clench up and try to control. The issue is you, because what I can tell and what I can see, because you guys are all very much so divine beings of light, star seeds, higher mind, higher consciousness. I'm not talking to people who don't know what I'm talking about. That's not the issue. The issue is going back and forth between trusting and not trusting. It's like, I'm gonna stick my big toe and I'm gonna stick it out, and I'm gonna go back to what's comfortable and what's secure and safe. And if you really want your new life to come in to your present moments in your everyday life, then you have to be stubbornly childlike. You have to show your ego who's boss. You have to allow your ego to take a back seat and actually work for you instead of you working for it. And what that feels like is the ego being like, well, okay, fine. If you end up homeless, then I don't know what to tell you. It'll be all your fault. You know, when really, truly, and honestly, if you are stubbornly innocent in your childlike bag or whatever, and your goddess energy, because goddess energy is childlike. True divine feminine and divine masculine energy is childlike. It's youthful. It's eternally ancient and youthful at the same time. You know, it's in no sense. It makes no logical sense. And so your ego will always make you feel like you're stupid for doing the next right step for you. And when you get into that energy where your day feels eternal because you're doing something magical for you, you know, then a idea comes, the next idea, like that's the zone you want to be in. That makes you feel abundant. That's abundance. See, abundance isn't getting or having. No, because that's actually empty. Like when you get to the end result, it's emptiness, because it's just kind of like, oh, like after you finish eating, I know I have this experience. I love food. I'm a big foodie. And I love different cultures. The worst part of the meal is when it's fucking over. I'll be like, ah, ugh. Or when you're full, it's like, ugh. Like being fulfilled isn't the tea. It's actually being at the edge of your seat, getting the new ideas and being on the like the cutting edge of yourself, discovering life within yourself. And the only way to have that 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 goodness really is to, when you get into it, don't criticize it. Don't allow the ego to criticize, because it's not you that's doing it. That's not the real you. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. Just know that. That's not you. That's doing that's being critical. That's a part of you that has been trained that that's the right thing for you to do to yourself and other people in society in order for us to not get in trouble or whatever. It's like, that's the fun police part of you. I'm going to pull some more. I'm excited about this reading. I enjoy talking about these things a whole lot. And I just want to say thank you to you guys for being here. I appreciate it. You can feel free to like and subscribe if you already have not. If you have, thank you. I appreciate it. And also, really, I'm thanking the divine when I'm thanking you. I'm thanking God for allowing me to be in this space whenever I want. Because even when I feel like unworthy, my guys be like, girl, you're fine. They be like, girl, just say a little prayer, do a little meditation, go for a walk that shit off. They be like, it's not that serious. You're great. We love you. We want you in this space, And I'll be like, okay, okay, fine. So we have the third eye here, and then fruity mukbang. So there's a need for you to re-envision what you may have considered to be healthy for you, or for you to actually open up to what is healthy for you. I can't tell just yet. You might be used to seeing yourself. Yeah, you might be used to seeing yourself in a different way. And it's time for you to see yourself in a brand new way. Embodying and ruminating in joy. We were just kind of talking about that. This is about your career, but also your happiness. And it's underneath the childhood card, the innocence card. Whatever makes you feel most divinely close to your divine inner child, your intuition, your true voice, it's what you should be doing all the time. So we have Rainbow Tightrope, and that's coming out reverse. And this is a card about you following your bliss, even if it's challenging, like to be disciplined and following your happiness and joy. The ego acts like you're trying to kill it, and it makes you feel like you're going to die or you're going to be poor. You're going to lack some sense of security if you follow your happiness, or if you're not pleasable in the eyes of this world, or your mother or your father or your ex-boyfriend or whoever, you hold in your mind as someone has more authority over you than you. Absurd, not possible. You're deciding that, and it's from your DNA. Okay, you're purging your DNA. Here I'm seeing from believing that you can't be all that you are, that you can't do what you want to do, which is something that is effortless. You want to live in this energy of effortlessness. You want things to come to you in an effortless way. You also have to be okay with the time in between time, that it takes for you to quantum leap. Interesting too, true forgiveness. We were just talking about your eyesight. I made this card as this lady, she has on glasses, right? And she picking up a new pair of glasses. She needs to see things. True forgiveness is looking at things in a new, like letting go of your old way of seeing things and taking on the vision of reality, because in reality you are innocent. You don't have nothing to prove to nobody. You don't owe anybody anything. God doesn't make you owe him nothing. So who in this world can hold you down? If God doesn't make you pay for your sins because you're a sinful, wretched person deserving of, I guess, living a life where you're miserable, having to put in effort and please people who don't even really like you and you don't like them. Like, it's annoying. I can't. You can't. We can't. We don't have to. We're free. That's true forgiveness. Setting yourself free. Setting yourself free from being in that karmic cycle with yourself and with other people is true forgiveness. Allowing yourself to live your life like you are healed is true forgiveness. Not beating yourself up for not choosing yourself earlier. That's what's been coming up within me. I've been like in this energy. I'm like, oh, why haven't I seen my worth earlier? Oh my God. I'm like, what have I been doing? Like having to realize like how easy it is once you, I mean, I know like when you are done with the lesson or something, it seems it's easy because you've been through it or whatever, but sometimes I feel embarrassed. I'll be like, that's so embarrassing. It is what it is. I forgive myself for not choosing myself, not choosing God, for not knowing and understanding, you know, the possibilities of life, and that I can feel good and it is okay and I'm going to be okay whether other people decide not to choose me, because I choose myself. I'd rather choose me. And I know that now from experience. It's like my life is sweeter even if certain others aren't involved. I'm okay. It's okay. You know? The turning of the universe wanted to come out. So what I'm seeing here, and this keeps on being reiterated, be disciplined in choosing your innocence. Be disciplined in choosing your intuition. Be disciplined in your meditation. Be disciplined in choosing to focus in on the light. Part of all of this is why I post those videos about joining me for 15 minutes of meditation for 15 days, because it does take practice. The only way to have that type of bravery is to be connected to your source. The only way to choose yourself on a consistent basis is to stay connected. You have to plug into the right sources, or else you're going to be looking for plugs in all the wrong places, maybe looking for love in all the wrong places. True love really is cultivated from within, and it's an experience. It's not something you can philosophize about or even read about and understand it. You have to allow yourself and give yourself a chance in hell by experiencing it, and by choose discipline. Discipline doesn't have to be hard. My brand of spirituality now is for lazy people. What is 15 minutes a day? And it's not even always 15 minutes for me. I use an Ayurvedic approach to life. I do something until I feel energized, and then I let it go. You don't have to kill yourself, stand on your head, be like anybody else. You can find your own way of doing things, but you have to have an entry point. You do. You really do. You have to start somewhere, which is what I'm saying. You know, and you don't have to join me, but in my channeled life, I'm told to just always offer that for people, you know. 15 days of meditation, 15 minutes a day, starting on the 15th of every month in my Patreon, right? And I also have a bunch of workbooks and worksheets and stuff that I would give to you. We can work on them together, you know. Just to you have to stay consistently in the energy that you want to live in and be in order for it to take root and for you can see it blossom. If you keep going back and forth between feeling good and feeling bad, feeling good, then you're going to always get mixed results in your manifestations, and you're going to feel frustrated, discouraged, beat yourself up, and like not feel like life is the tea. It's like, why am I here? And it just can be a vicious karmic cycle. And that's maybe what you're used to, that type of bouncy up and down drama within yourself. But you don't have to do that. You can choose something else. You can decide that that's done, that you're going to be done with that. And you're just going to allow your ego to scream like it's about to die, because you're going to start choosing yourself. You're just going to start choosing your love for God. When you choose yourself, you're loving God. All right, I'm going to pull some angel cards. How are you guys doing this evening? Thank you for joining me. You can talk to me if you want to, if you can, if you're not cooking dinner or driving or whatever. I understand if you can't. But feel free. I also have products in my store, like the fairy cult designs, like I have a Divine Feminine shirt that people voted on in the community tab. So if you don't like it, the design on it, let me know. I'll make something else. Okay? I'm planning on it anyway, because I like designing. All right. Angels, what messages do we have for the fairy adventurers? Angel 29. Connection to spiritual guides. Focus on the self. Liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. The expected God. There's a lot going on. This is Angel Rael. Angel Rael. Didn't we just get finished doing a protection ritual? We can do it again, because some of y'all maybe missed it. There's a protection ritual that I got from this woman who channels Archangel Gabriel. And it goes, this is about claiming your sacred space, which is really important. Okay? You cross your chest and you say with authority, the divine is living within me. And then you put your hands up. This is my sacred space where the light lives. Then you cross your chest again. No one can enter my sacred space without my allowance. Okay? And the reason why I'm doing that again is because this angel is crossing their chest. Okay? And the tarot card with this angel is the Seven of Wands. So your spirit team would like for you to focus on yourself exclusively, like only you right now, and connect. Your spirit team wants you to connect. They have messages for you. They have ideas for you. They're trying to help you liberate yourself. They're trying to deliver you. and help you live in a life of expectation of good things to happen for you. What's happening is because you guys are open, your energies are open, your channels are open, you're getting messages and allowing messages, you don't even realize it, to come in from every which way, and it's not helping you focus. Okay, so at the beginning of this message, we were talking about you being at a pit stop, a rest stop, right? A pit stop and a rest stop, because it's time for you to live an effortless life, and you have not gotten what that looks like for you all the way yet. You really truly haven't, and it's actually an exciting thing. But because you would like for things to move forward, you might be pushing on energies instead of flowing, like Inanna was saying, down the river. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of like the spirit realm is always telling us to enjoy, just look and see and taste and see that the Lord is good. And they have to keep on reminding us of that. It can get annoying, right? But don't get annoyed by it. Pay attention to what they mean by that, and see where you can incorporate that in your life little by little. It doesn't have to be a right now automatic thing, as long as you are, because you're on track. You can never be off track, actually. You see, that's the thing about God's forgiveness and God's love and the innocence of being alive. It's kind of weird to you know how we look at the squirrels and the whales and the bears and the dogs and the cat. That's how God looks at us. Just like pure innocence. It's like, oh, they don't know, that child don't know what they doing. Right? Now, we are held more accountable the more knowledge you have. Like if you've been doing a lot of reading and studying, you want to know this and you want to know that. That's why I don't always go digging and searching, because then you become accountable for what you so-called know. Now you have to be more mature now, because you tapped into some stuff, right? That's a different story. But God still looks at us as innocent. And then we need to start looking at ourselves like that, and know that in our innocence and our purity, that's why God always has our back. There's just pure love there. There's no blame. There's no pointing to, it's like, ugh, this bitch. Ugh. It's never that. It's never that. It's always like, let me help you. Let me help you, daughter. Let me help you, son. Let me give you the best. Let me show you a new way. Let me give you a different channel or whatever. Ignore that, get rid of that. That's not working for you. Okay, let's see. Let's do something else. It's very flexible. It's very forgiving. It's very gracious energy. You have nothing to fear. You have nothing to worry about. All is well with your soul. Keep going. Keep going. Don't feel like you're missing out on anything. Everyone awakens in their own time, in their own way. Like my vocal bath from Isis says, take your time, do things in your own way. And so then we have Uriel here, the fire of God, which reminds me of that vitality, volcanic energy, disruption, warns of disasters, aids in transformation. And that came out reverse. Okay. So it looks like disaster is being averted here. Like if you focus on yourself and you get into your innocence here, then you won't have to go through these dramas that you've already been through. It looks like whatever this DNA karma is, this rainbow tightrope, this angel Uriel energy, they're trying to help you not go through the same thing, repeat patterns that you don't have to repeat anymore. All right. So we have Angel Kaliel, Angel 18, the invocable God, justice, makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. Okay, so that also came out reversed. That's basically showing me that you don't know how to perceive yourself as innocent. You don't know how to let yourself off the hook. You're going to have to learn how to do that. And see that you don't deserve to just go through straight hell. You don't have to. No matter what you've done or think you've done or where you think your energy is, know that you're always at home in heaven with the divine. And honestly, you're just like an inner vision away from connecting to that energy. It really is like a swipe. Y'all remember those toys where you just erase or you shake it or you swipe and it's clean. Clean. Just clean your energy. If you need to go find a waterfall, go find you a waterfall. You know, take a nice hot shower, cleanse, clean, keep your energy clean. But just don't give up. You know, do what you got to do. Don't give up. Hope for yourself. Okay? Cleansing your crystals as well. Okay? And know you are worthy, even if you don't feel like it. You're worthy. This judge wants to come out. This judge energy here. It's either inner judgment, outer judgment, fear of being judged, jealousy, and then hope. Okay, so there's a fear here of being judged. And sometimes your fear of being judged and being like hated on feels stronger than your desire to live the life of your dreams. Put yourself first and quit playing with me. Seriously. Forget these people. They don't know what they're talking about. They're not happy. Not if they're focused on being jealous and judging you. Fuck them. For now, take your time for yourself. You know, when I do trauma healing sessions with people, a lot of people have that issue when we get into where the wound is, right? And what the wound wants to say. A lot of times the inner child has feelings towards the parents in some way. And then the ego wants to explain, well, I do love my parents. And, you know, I didn't mean what I just said. It's like, girl, we love them down. We stand. Whatever. But in this moment, it's about you. And we're going to take this hour to rag. Because your inner child don't ever get a chance to do that. Just let yourself have it for this moment. Let yourself have it. For once. Give yourself a month, a week, a day to just choose you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then once you see how good it feels, you're going to be like, oh, fuck them. Because it feels really good to choose yourself and to grow. That's going to help you grow in confidence. But you have to be consistent. And you have to kind of put the shades down on other people. Kind of like a racing horse with the blinders on. Okay? And I've never asked anybody to do this before, but I want y'all to put a racing horse in the comment section. Because these people, these energies get too much of your attention. They get way too much of your attention. And they're actually here today, gone away. Like, I was listening to this Duran Bernard. I don't know y'all like him. But he has this song on on his new album that he released 2 months ago that I didn't know nothing about. But he sang it live on Grape Juice Live, and it's called Here Gone. Listen to that song. It's a good song to listen to. Because these energies are all very much so fleeting. These judgmental jealousy energies. Because if it's not you, it's going to be somebody else. Oh, and it is somebody else as well. Like, haters is just going to be haters. There's nothing you can do about it, darling. You just have to get your frequency so high. This is what I mean by being disciplined. If you don't always, like, if you don't meditate consistently and keep that head stead on Jesus, like they said at church, seriously, and listening to, because what I do, I have a Saint Germain and them on repeat. I have Abraham Hicks and them on repeat. I'd be having it in my ears while I'm walking. I'll listen to 8 hours while I'm sleeping. You know, I wake up in the morning and I meditate, right? And then I'll make that 1 minute video that I post on whatever, YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, to advertise, like, come on y'all. Come on, get these good done Debbies. Right? It's the only way. When I missed 1 day of meditation and I started going slap off on people around, everybody was like, woo, you know, because they were able to get to me. My defenses were low. And I'm like, ooh, you know, I can't really afford to skip a day right now from where I'm at and what I want. Let me just get her done. It's 15 minutes. Okay? That's what's happening here. You're being offered your world, your dream, your inner child. The promises of God are coming into fruition for you. And they're offering you another round to get it. That you have to be disciplined. Do you get it? Do you need to hear it again? You might need to hear it again next month, next week, tomorrow. I'll be here. Everybody else will be here that's saying the same things as well. You know, it's okay. Doesn't matter. Time is not real. You're an eternal being. And also, you can do what you want to do. And that actually helps the spirit and the soul make the correct choices. Whenever you feel like you got to do something or you're going to be punished, that makes you want to be stubborn and rebel. So always tell yourself, you know what? I can do it. I could not do it. God still loves me and I'll still love myself. Give yourself space. Give yourself freedom. Give yourself time. Do things in your own way. You know? Like I will always tell y'all, because my life is different now that I'm on a homestead, but I would go to the beach every day. Find a place to swing my hammock. Damn near every day. You know? That is how I got to where I'm at right now. I really had to wrangle my ego, because my ego is very stubborn. Okay? And my family, karma, my DNA is so strong. It has such a strong hold on me. It felt like I would never be free. You know? Like all of the bullshit that I was in and I had to go through. It's like, no, get off of me. I said no, like over and over again. But then the real work, after you get finished telling everybody else no, is now telling your own inner ego, no, I want to be free. No, I want to live free. And then not allowing other people that would like to use your energy how they want to use your energy or whatever, telling them no as well. Ugh, when you're a people pleaser, no fun, necessary, doable, and they're going to be okay. They're going to be fine. You don't have to be friends with the world in order for you to be happy. And you don't have to make yourself miserable to make other people happy. Upchuck that. Because nothing you say or do, besides, bleeding energetically for people in the moment, it's going to give them the eternity. The same thing you're longing for, they're longing for. And you giving your 2 seconds, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 3 years of attention, 5 years a slave isn't them focusing on God. And it's not empowering. It's an illusion. And you're not doing yourself justice or anyone else. And that's part of the empath's biggest fear is feeling like you're not needed. Because if your identity has been based on that forever, letting go of that identity, that's part of you putting on new glasses, having a new vision, having a new identity to where you're not basing your identity off of being needed. You're not needed like that. But you are needed in a new way that you've never known. You haven't gotten a chance to live out your childhood innocent dreams. You haven't gotten a chance to. You've been trying to survive. And it is challenging to give up that addiction to living in survival mode or living in insecurity mode. It's what you're used to. But you can do this. Okay? Your spirit team got you. God's got you. The goddesses got you. I'm here. Everyone else that's channeling and everything is here. You can always join me. And then that'll help. That could help. It's a possibility. It might help. Trust me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Y'all will see me. You can follow me on TikTok and Insta and subscribe here as well. This is my ministry, I guess. My station, my office. Just to remind everybody about the love of God. I love my job because that's my favorite thing. God, energy, peace. Bye-bye.